We are so excited about today. Everyone here is making history. This, believe it or not, is the very first Cart Intercol in the world.
It is indeed a pleasure to be here. I mean, this is the excitement and the hype is really infectious, I must say. And to see it reach the point where we can actually have this Cart Intercol with schools from various parts of Trinidad, and I think that's an excellent thing. Congratulations to South. South seems to be very well represented. But to have Blanchard here as far as points, I mean, that's really awesome. So I think it augurs well in terms of how this competition evolves. The theory is great. The books themselves are awesome, but you need to be able to apply what you learn to real life. As I heard Mr. Critlow mention, at a point in time in our life, this is just a natural thing to do. You didn't have any real books behind it. You were children, but you find ways to put together a box cart and you test and you see if it works and you crash and you get a white man or two or three, you know, and you have your parents balling behind you, but at the end of the day, you are putting together that applied science, right, into a fun activity. And where now we may have to sort of formalize it, still, I think it's excellent that you have the opportunity, and you should consider yourself quite privileged to have had the opportunity, and you are taking the opportunity to engage in this activity. The aspect that is most important is that you would have tried, that you would learn further from it by making little tweaks to ensure that next year, or if it is your passing that knowledge on to someone else, that your school can be represented next year better. The Ministry of Sport and Community Development, we are behind this. We have been behind this, and we will continue to support. And we'd like to thank you for being here, thank you for your participation, and encourage the sustainability of these types of projects. All right, thank you very much.
I want to thank the association, first of all, for selecting Arima as the constituency for hosting the first Cart Intercol racing competition. Yes. And I'm going to say a little more than I would normally say because I'm really very happy to be here. I want to particularly talk to the students about the significance of today, because you may not recognize the significance of today until maybe a couple of years. I looked at and I had the opportunity to speak to every single team. I want to start from those of you who may feel a little disappointed that you are not exactly where you want to be. Success is about failure. If you want to improve on your product, you have to fail. Nothing here is perfect today. So if you go back to people like Sebastian Vettel in Formula One, who improve on their cars every single time, and you realize you're not going to succeed except if you have a team. And if you want to improve, you have to keep doing about it. Some people told me they Googled, they did their research, and that's what it is about. So don't worry about the fact that you came here today and everything, you didn't test everything. That's all about it. I mean, I've been an athlete myself. You know, I've lost, you cry, whatever it is, but you have to move on and you have to capitalize from the opportunity that Gravity Racing Association is giving you, which can take you to an international stage. So I want you to, as all the young people will say, big them up and give them a really loud round of applause.
Yeah, man.
I hold two very important portfolios, environment and innovation, and I heard some of you talk about recycling, using recycling. So I bigged you up, as well as those who talked about innovation. I'm also the Minister with responsibility for innovation. So I want to really say that I'm happy that I have taken my Sunday morning to be here. I'm looking forward to excitement. You know, I'm looking forward to when I will be able to say when I was here in Arima on the 7th of January. when I saw you participate in first Cart Intercol, and you have now taken yourself international. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm from Barataria Secondary School. I was one of the racers of the first competition, and during this competition I felt very nervous at first. I felt like I wasn't going to win or whatever, but even if I didn't win, at least I took part in it and I enjoyed myself. It didn't matter, as long as I participated, and had fun, that was all that was worth it. And I'm very grateful to be here, very, very grateful to be here and being a part of this and starting a new trend or a challenge for youths of my school. A lot of youths are that interested in kart racing and all that stuff. At least they can express their interests, participate, have fun.
Honestly, it was a really good experience as I loved learning about cars, so building these machines helped me to understand some of the concepts that I didn't before and allowed me to continue to learn about them.
Well, to be honest, I never liked cars my whole life. I still don't like cars after this experience. But what was fun for me was collaborating with others throughout it and also drawing. I love the TV aspect of it. And that's the reason why I picked the subject. And although the essay was difficult for me not knowing much about cars and stuff, I got help from my friends and stuff, and I was able to make it work and eventually get the distinction here.
I mean, to me overall it was relatively fun and easy. I had some issues coming on to the end where I lose all my drawings. So I had about 2, 3, 4 days I think where I wait till 3 o'clock in the morning, calling Mr. Bisson at 2 o'clock trying to rush down his face. So overall it was fun except for that year. In terms of knowledge on the I knew a decent bit in advance, although things like steering and brakes I actually learned a lot, especially hydraulic systems.
It was a great experience for me learning of the systems of actual cars and just simplifying it and to put it into the box car. And well, it was slightly stressful coming down to the end because we had to meet our deadlines and well, as you saw, the amount of detail we had to do. I have a sport, I do running, long distance for a sport. It was something I used to do when I was small, when I had a lot of energy and well, it just grew with me. I also, well, as a boxcar, I race the boxcars.
I do play video games, car games, and story games as well. I also love working on cars with my uncle and father. I learn a lot about it and the different aspects of the car. I already had some experience in this stuff, so it was quite easy. But the experience was fun, especially with my friends, teaching them how to use some of the equipment. Most people consider distinction an all-A profile, which all four of us got. And yeah, we felt really accomplished when we got that because we did something in 1 year that most people would normally take 2 years to do.
My older brother, he marathon in the Caribbean for TD, and I think he came third in the Caribbean, and he came second in the Caribbean for Cape, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so it lives in the family, and well, I just wanted to live up to the expectations and well, merit.
Well, from what I knew from before, it seems a lot of the other schools and things that participate didn't put as much work into the portfolio part of it, which when we did once, I find that was actually one of the more difficult, not necessarily difficult, I shouldn't say. More like it was one of the more interesting parts there.
Nice going for both of them. Jesuit controlling, Jordan handling as well. Jesuit losing a little time. Jordan looks like he gets this one on the right line in the 9.2. 11.5 for Jesuit.
In my opinion, I find the drawings should be worth more than the actual boxcar because you need to actually figure out what you're doing first before you can start to build it.
Well, I agree to extent. I don't think it should be more, but it should be on an equal level because, of course, actually creating it is one thing and actually making it work is another thing, right?
One of the things that I think need a little more development is the competition, so that other schools, more schools will take part in the events, so that well, the competition will be tight and be more fun. And another thing too was so that the other schools would focus more so on the portfolio, so that well, it would contribute to their life skill mastery.
Okay. 21-6. The fastest man out in CIC when it's on champion. Boston Killers with a 7.858.
Well, I mean, I'm boxcar racing, of course. Growing up as a child, that was something that you got involved in. My brothers, my cousins, I mean, boxcars was something that we all had. We used it for a different purpose, which would have been mainly for the purposes of, you know, collecting water, bringing at home, because at that time we didn't have pipe-borne water. But then you didn't think of issues of science and chemistry in constructing. It's a skill that they would have developed naturally, because everyone in the village more or less had a boxcar. So, you know, coming today, it brings back, of course, your memories, your childhood memories of those days when we would be all sitting on a cart, you know, and that was our form of enjoyment at that time.
Any chance in the future?
Well, the thing about it is I'm sure that I may be brave enough. I will see. I'll have to test it and see if it could take my weight. And so, you know, if I have the skill, you know.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh.
My experience with everything in the boxcar and building it, I learned, well, using the tools. I used some of the tools before, but
that one specific tool that I learned how to use, which was the mechanical cutters to cut the underside of our box cart.
So I really enjoyed spending time with my friends and building the box cart. I accustomed to using out of the power tools, so like I didn't know how to use any of them. When it comes to racing, I mean, I wasn't the driver. Jordan was our driver, but I definitely enjoyed it. It was really nice.
Well, yeah, I find it was just real vibes, like everything, like building it, racing it. My favorite part though was testing it out because we didn't go on our road. We did just drive down a hill. It was real fun, and we did tire rooped it and run around with it too. That was even more fun. And well, at first I didn't really know some of the people all that much. Like I knew them, right? But now at the end of it, they like my dogs. They like real close. So yeah, everything was just good.
Well, for me, building the box cart was a fun experience, but it was also extremely stressful in the fact that everything that could have went wrong probably went wrong. 3 of the tires went down on the day. The paint was falling off. Somebody I think hit the head when he was building it. It was a struggle to get all the materials. It was mostly rusty and stuff, but we still did it. Yeah, it was good. It was very.
The building process, we had 4 members, but still had over circus another member Nathan. And unfortunately for us, his father's workshop had a lot of the materials which he was building box, and that really helped us. Should we have like come and take it out to building box, and I feel like a real good team building exercise and like build closer friendships and help me on our group projects.
Well, my experience as the driver of our group was a very fun one because after we built it, we drove down the hill by where we did our work. And we crashed sometimes, we didn't crash sometimes, but after we crashed, we repaired it and went back again. And that's for the racing aspect of it. When we won some, we lost some, but as after the race, we saw our mishaps and we cleaned up, we'll do better next time.
Yeah. For our first time experience building it from scratch, sourcing your materials, it was an experience to learn, to see we mistakes, and I'm accustomed to using power tools. So as a group, we got through with it. It was a good experience, team building wise. And as he said, plenty crashes, plenty mishaps. But yes, I would say it turned out good as our team building. If we didn't line, well, the brake we used, it was a metal pipe, right? So you use it like a handbrake in a way. So it had 2 screws which would hold the tire in place. So you realize you would have a line with rubber, so it wouldn't burst the tires. So you realize after bursting 2 tires.
With the crashes, one of the mishaps that we had was that the axle in front was a little too loose. So coming up to the end, we just tightened it up and then we realized that was the mistake that we had. So after we tightened it, then we didn't have any more crashes after that.
It was important. I just find the bonding experience was just, yeah, that was real nice. It was like, we just got to know each other better while making it as well. And it was just fun being together, working on this project.
Yeah.
And racing it was fun too, and racing itself. That was fun as well. Even though we didn't really win much, it was still fun. It was still
fun.
All of us, we studying to write the exam in May, June. So, well, I'm trying to get a merit. So sorting out all my box card drawings, all my SBs, just a few things to fix, and I'll hand those to Mr. soon. It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
Spent almost 20 hours on box card drawings.
Yeah, when we first came into poetry, we would now be starting TD. So you'd introduce us with the T-square pencil, set square compasses and things, and we first started to learn all the constructions and things using those.
These sketches on paper, like preliminary designs to like brainstorm different braking systems, steering systems, designs about materials like how to make one. I want to get a final design, then we went to AutoCAD and do proper drawings. So you could like section it and do different materials, see your actual scale.
So
in the experience of the box like it's at that trial and error when it comes to using making sure the answer is correct in terms of the box being functional and essentially as it crashes, so you have to take that back, resketch, retry, and like attempt to make sure everything was.
Then bicycle wheels played an important part in the weight too. So we were trying to push our weight in front as it is in our ramp, so the weight to go down with the gravity. So I would just say the mistakes.
Yeah, just fix the frame of it and make it either higher or lower. But as he said, the bicycle will be easier to use because the wheels that we used with the kind of wasn't bearing, but it was like smaller wheels. I think it was 6 inches. And yeah.
Well, in my experience, I would start doing the portfolio and the build of the box line itself a lot sooner. Because we had started like 2 weeks before the competition to build the box plant. So if we had taken more time, I am positive that the outcome would have been much better.
I kind of realized that the heavier box cars seemed to go faster, and we was trying to make ours as light as possible. So that was kind of, yeah. And then the next thing was, I feel we'd have to make the back wheels bigger than the front wheels. So that would be at like an angle and so it would just move for that.
Okay.
So next thing we see, both have the front wheels and the back wheels, so both 12 inch. So they don't really have the animation. The back wheels have to gain more speed and momentum on the ground. So I think we have to change that and maybe use a lighter materials, possibly a heavier driver, and maybe change the seat out on front side box car. The majority of the box cars are one races. They use bigger wheels like 14 inch, 16 inch. So I think we should change our wheels to either 14 in front and 16 in the back.
We were supposed to change the wheels before the box Cart Intercol, but we didn't get the time to. But we did get time to change the brakes to disc brakes.
Remember, when you're coming down the ramp, very small current, no big stuff, right? That is important. I mean, I'm telling everybody that when you're coming down, it will be intimidating. Trust me. The transition coming down is also designed to test the integrity of your car. So yes, I'm gonna hear complaints that it's rough and it should be smoother. When we first raced box cars, it wasn't smooth, paved stuff, and it was structurally sound. Because once it's sound, you'll be able to do it over and over and over.
Well, all the runs today, we didn't really win any, but I'm having a lot of fun racing against everyone right now. Well, before when I was racing, I used to just sit up and not really lean forward, and I'll just increase the amount of air it's in my chest. So after a few takes, I just started to lean over and my time started to decrease because of the aerodynamics. What I've seen someone do is they start throwing themselves forward in the carts, giving them more momentum to go forward.
Some of the carts had little issues, the steering wheel broke off and we had to come up together and fix the braking mechanisms, things like that. So we actually had a lot of troubleshooting to do, and they actually did this for SBA, and I am a past student that come back to help.